A deal breaker for me is somebody that just does not want to communicate. Like, I know I used to have issues in the past communicating properly, and I thought because I spoke my mind that I communicated, but I didn't communicate properly. So I learned that the issues that I would have with my mate wasn't getting the point wasn't getting across to them because I did not know how to communicate well. But them not knowing how to communicate just made issues even worse. So I already knew that the next partner that I had, when I was ready to be in another relationship, that I wanted somebody that knew how to communicate and was willing to communicate and not just like leave stuff alone, because that's what a lot of people have issues with too. They have these problems and they think that because they don't talk about them, they just say, all right, you over it, I'm over it, and like we can move on, but you're really not moving on.
Exactly.
And then it's like piling up, piling up, piling up. So many more issues that you're not communicating about. And then it's like a combustion because you blow up and it's like all these things. You like, what? That happened a year ago. And that's still on your mind.
Right, because it didn't get resolved.
It didn't get resolved. So I know that I knew for sure, like, when I met the person I was going to be with, it was going to be a slow process. I was going to take my time because I wanted to see firsthand, like, that we were able to communicate and not take things personal. Just be able to speak our mind about things and try to understand each other's point of view, even if we don't agree with it. So that was important to me. In order to have a successful relationship. Well, one of the things that was important to have a successful relationship. Because everybody thinks they, know how to communicate, but they really don't.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep, exactly.
I think my deal breaker would be trust issues. The trust, if they have trust issues.
If they have trust
Well,
issues,
if I have trust issues,
or
they
you
have
said
trust issues. Because I had a hard time, with the trusting part. Trust and respect would be my deal breaker. And communication. If you can't communicate, then you don't have a relationship. You can't communicate.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You might think,
I definitely agree.
you might do something, they don't say anything. You be like, okay, what they say? If they didn't say anything, it's okay for me to do
So
it.
you feel like it's not a problem.
Right, and then you're gonna wait 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the relationship, and then you're gonna say, well, this is bothering me. I've been doing this since 8, 9, 10 years. Come on.
Right.
Can I slide in for a second? Do y'all think that it's only the men that hold on to the grudges? Hold on.
Well, women do it too.
Hold.
Yeah, women do it too.
Let me just come for 1 second. Let me just get a male's perspective. Now, Trelane, do you think that men, do you think we're the only ones
Oh, my leg fell down.
that go in silence when we're not getting what we want out of a relationship? Or do you think that women hold things in as well, and 2, 3, 4 years down the line, they come out and speak on things that they should have been spoke out about?
I think I think it could go both ways. I think it's how do I phrase this? So people deal with things in a different way. Like if I'm having an argument with somebody that I'm in a relationship with, sometimes my natural reaction might be to just shut down. I might not want to go back and forth with you because I know based on how we are together, it might not get anywhere and it's only going to lead to an argument. So me, I might just walk away. And you're right, I wouldn't necessarily, from my perspective, call it a grudge, but to prevent the argument and the back and forth and the possible situation of us, getting into a big fight or something. If it's anger between us, I might just Go somewhere, take a little walk for a few minutes. Maybe want to go exercise, do something like that. But in regards to like the grudge part aspect of it, I think both sides could, maybe hold a grudge about it, and like Keyhana said, you might think it's resolved, but later on down the line, we having an argument, and now we throwing it back in each other's faces, what we did damn near a year ago, and that's not a good way to handle things. So it's definitely better sometimes to just
Crush it.
settle it at the moment, right?
So what I'm hearing you say, right, is that sometimes people need a cooling off period.
Right.
Because you trying to force me to address it right now might not be in either one of our best interests, right? And that's true. But if your cooling off period means you never come back and resolve it, then it lingers on and on and on and on and on. So then how long do you let it go before you say, okay, babe, we need to handle this?
Right.
Is it before bed? Is it before church on Sunday? Is it before the next week?
Yeah.
Because
I'll say before the next week.
Yeah, you got
For the
it.
simple
You gotta
fact
let
is,
yourself cool off.
I'll cool off period. My cool off period might take 1 day. My cool off period might take 3 days. But before we get to the end of the week, we need to resolve it so we won't carry it into the next week. You know,
so you, we would think that it's wrong to try to force someone
Yeah.
to meet your emotional and verbal demands at that moment.
absolutely, because our emotional.
But to me, my is that like I've been in an abusive relationship in all relationships I've been in, both ways, not just men but women too. So I've been in both ways for both relationships. I've been in a situation all the time. It's always abuse and betrayal. So I have hard trust issues. I have trust issues. I have been. That's why I had a hard time trusting. It's because of that. Abuse relationships is abuse all the time.
Stay right there.
There's no stop.
Stay right there, Arca. Now, I want to ask you, when it comes to, because you mentioned both male and female.
Right.
Now, is it a big difference in the relationship with the male compared to the female as far as your expectations? Did you expect more out of this woman?
Yes. I respected more for a woman than that. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. So because I'm the men's I've been in a relationship with, it's like every time I get a man, it's like abused every time in a relationship. So I set aside to go try with a woman, with a female. I did it more than once, but I didn't make sure. But I'm not sure that I was like it was the same thing, but both ways. It happened both ways. It was abused relationship and betrayal. So it happened both ends on my end. It happened both ways between the woman and the man. So it's both ways.
Okay, stay right there. When I come back for part 5, I'm coming straight to you, Juanita.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
But it's hard for me to trust though.